what's going on, everybody? Theocles Killer here. I wanted to create a video for you all to go over some of the upcoming changes to Destiny and the sandbox with Crucible with regards to the weapons balancing, as they've been talking about over the past couple of months. Now, just in case you're not aware, Bungie will be going live on Twitch this Wednesday to demonstrate the weapon changes in a live fire exercise, and they're also set to discuss these changes more specifically and in detail for all of us. Now, all of these changes are set to drop on February the 14th with hotfix 2.5.0.2. But I do want to take a moment and look at the 5 goals that they've listed on Bungie.net and give you some of my thoughts and concerns with the goals that they've got listed. Now, the first goal they've got down is number 1 is promote alternatives and counters to shotguns. Now, I know we've all been looking forward to hearing about this over the past couple months. Shotguns have just been running rampant in Crucible, and it was time for something to actually happen. However, before I start celebrating the supposed changes, I do want to hear a little bit more specifics from them in regards to what they feel as a correct change to these shotguns. Now, in my personal opinion, the ultimate problem with shotguns is going to be their range. The range is absolutely outrageous. You can get a double range perk on a shotgun. I've got one, and it just ruins the way that the game is meant to be played, because in my opinion, shotguns are supposed to be a close range combat weapon. As it is right now, your Matador 64 and your Party Crasher with the double range perks almost feels like into a mid-range weapon, and it's a little out there. I try to look at all the weapons, whether it's a scout rifle, pulse rifle, auto rifle, shotgun, whatever it is, from a real-world perspective and how it's going to perform and how it's going to react. And right now, those two shotguns really honestly aren't set up the way that I feel like they should be. So they've got to do something to the range. However, here's my concerns. As I read through what their goals are, I've got 2 additional points that kind of has me a little nervous with what their idea of balancing is, which is number 2. Align the potency of primary weapons with surgical changes. First, I have no idea what they mean by surgical changes. I tried looking it up, trying to, finding some videos that explained or gave me an opinion on what they thought it meant. So, I have no idea. So I'm not even going to pretend. So I'm going to move that part of the statement off to the side, and I'm going to focus on the first part, which is align potency of primary weapons. First off, what this sounds like to me is that they're going to do some type of buff to primary weapons, whether it's auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, whatever it is. They're going to do some type of buff to them. That, to me, it's not a way to counter shotguns, because you're not fixing the root problem. It's almost like going, hey, I've got a toothache, my nerves are infected with my tooth, and they go, hey, we're going to pull your tooth, but we're going to leave the nerve, and we're going to put a cap over top of it. You didn't fix the problem. The problem is still there. So I hope that that is not their intentions or their idea of a way to nerf shotguns or counter shotguns. They've got to fix the range. If they fix the range, do something if they want to primary weapons to make them viable, a little bit more viable to where people want to use them more often. But that's a way that you fix it. That's the way that you counter the shotgun. So, but you cannot change a weapon to the point where you ruin it or you removed it from the game, because shotguns and snipers and sidearms all have a true purpose in PvP and PvE, however you want to play with them, but you got to do it the right way. And just leaving shotguns the way they are and just changing primary weapons is not the answer. It's a band-aid over a gaping wound. Which leads me to my next point, which is number 5 on their list. It's going to be supporting adjustments to special ammunition. Now, this one probably caught me off guard most out of all of their goals, just simply for the fact is I don't understand. I didn't really feel as though the special ammunition was an issue in PvP. And it also made me think that, changes were made before, and they were. I went back and looked it up. About 11 months ago, they made some changes to special ammo, in regards to how ammo is generated, the way it was, way people were able to find loopholes around the ammo crates. But mainly it was to extend the timer on the ammo crates so that a way they didn't spawn as often or as quickly. If their intention is to do something along that lines, it's fine, whatever, we'll adjust. But if that is another portion to countering shotguns, Again, wrong answer. That because you're not just going to hurt shotguns with that change. You're going to hurt sidearms. You're going to hurt sniper rifles. And again, they all have a mechanic in the game and should be used as such. So if not, fine. We'll all adjust. We'll all be okay. But I'm going to wait and see what they have to say on it. Now, taking that box of goodies and moving it off to the side. The other two things that I am kind of curious to see what they have to say is number 3, just file down a couple of issues from each class. I sat here and I read that statement probably about 3 or 4 times, and I tried to figure out what they meant by it. The only thing I could think of is they're talking about maybe the melee from the Stormcaller Warlock in its range. I've watched a couple of videos, people demonstrating how far out they can melee damage people. It's excessive. It's OP. It does need to be tapered back some, reduce the range on it. As far as the Titan and the Hunter are concerned, I really didn't find anything in their subclasses or in their performance that really needed any type of addressing. So hopefully they're not planning on adjusting them at all, but definitely could see them doing something with the Warlock. If you've got another idea, maybe I'm missing something on the Titan and Hunter, leave me a comment in the section below. I'd definitely be interested to hear what your kind of side points are on these. And number 4 and last in their list is fix some issues with the sampler platter of exotics. This one right here, I'm kind of interested to see what they've got planned. There are a lot of exotics in the game, a lot that should be removed because they don't seem to serve a purpose in PvP or PvE for that matter. So I would be interested to see, are they going to make some changes to those to make them viable or important in one or the other. And a great example of that is a Zello Supercell. It is, being that it's a primary arc based weapon, I could see, or whenever that's the primary or the arc burn comes in Nightfall and in the heroic strikes, that's a weapon that I want. That's a weapon that I make sure that I have in my inventory so I can equip it and run with it. It's important in PvE. Not to say you can't use a weapon like that in PvP and be successful. It's saying it has more pertinence and playability in the PvE genre whenever that comes up. Curious to see what they do with those weapons, and mainly for the fact is make them exotic again. Give them something special that makes them important, that makes us want to go to that weapon and go, you know what, this weapon does better on this map, or this weapon is better fit for this. And do the same thing with the exotic armor. Give them something. They've got to be special above a legendary, and right now it seems like I can be just as successful with legendary weapons and armor as I am with exotic weapons or armor. So I'd like to see them bring something extra back on those. But all in all, guys, that's all I've got. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, leave me some comments in the section below. Let me know what I could do, make this a little bit better, make this a little bit more entertaining for you guys. Other than that, see you guys hopefully at the stream. If not, see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Later.